Have you ever wondered whether walking the spiritual path means you must give up your family? Have you ever felt torn between your inner calling and your responsibilities to the people you love? Must you abandon everything to find yourself? Welcome back, dear seekers. This is the space where we bring the ancient teachings of the sages into the light of modern life. In this episode, we are diving deep into one of the most misunderstood concepts in spiritual practice, the belief that to be truly devoted, you must cut all ties, leave behind family, and become a wandering ascetic. It's a question that has caused conflict, confusion, and guilt for countless practitioners. Does following the Dharma mean forsaking your family? The short answer, absolutely not. But to fully understand this, we need to go back not just to scriptures, but to the life of the Buddha himself. Because his story contains the key to this paradox. And when we understand his choices, we begin to see that renunciation is not about separation, it's about purification, not of people, but of ego, not of love, but of clinging. Let's return to the beginning. Siddhartha Gautama was not born into poverty or exile. He was a prince, surrounded by luxury, sheltered from the suffering of the world. He had a wife, a child, a father who loved him. And yet, something within him could not rest. The birth of his son, Rahula, did not ease the ache. Instead, it deepened his awareness of the cycle of birth, aging, sickness, and death. One night, he left. Not because he stopped loving his family, but because he realized that even love, when clung to, could become a chain. This is the root of misunderstanding. People see the Buddha's departure as abandonment, but he was not rejecting his family. He was renouncing ignorance for their sake as much as his own. His journey was not one of escape. It was one of transformation. And when he returned years later, as the awakened one, his family was among the first to receive his teachings. His son became a monk, his wife became a nun. His cousins, his friends, his community, he did not discard them. He elevated them. So what does this mean for us? It means that true spiritual practice does not require abandoning your children, to your spouse, or your aging parents. It requires abandoning your attachment to control, to resentment, to ego roles. The Buddha never said, forsake your family to be free. He said, forsake craving, forsake ignorance, forsake clinging. And that can be done whether you're in a cave or a condo, whether you're a monk or a mother, whether you wear robes or jeans. Let me share a story. A woman once came to a master and said, I want to leave my family to meditate full-time. They're too loud, too demanding, too ordinary. The master smiled and replied, your family is your monastery. Your kitchen is your meditation hall. Your anger is your mantra. Begin there. This is the wisdom the Buddha embodied. The real retreat is not away from others. It is inward into the cave of your own mind, where the shadows of judgment, impatience, and fear live. Another story. A man had 3 children and worked long hours. He loved the Dharma but believed he could not practice because of his busy life. One day, his teacher asked, how do you greet your children? The man replied, with a hug, when I'm not too tired. Then, the teacher said, your hug is your meditation. Make it mindful. Make it complete. This is the path, not abandonment, but transformation. The Buddha taught the middle way, not indulgence, not extreme denial. A balanced path that embraces life without being bound by it. So what does this look like in daily practice? It means that when your child interrupts your morning chant, you don't see it as a distraction, you see it as a teaching. It means that when your partner frustrates you, you don't respond with anger, you pause, breathe, and practice compassion. It means that when your parents need care, you don't view it as a burden, you see it as an opportunity to serve the Buddha within them. True renunciation is not about leaving your home. It's about no longer being lost in the house of ego. You may still live under the same roof, sleep in the same bed, drive the same car, but your inner world is different. You no longer see your spouse as a mine, but as a soul on their path. You no longer see your children as extensions of you, but as beings entrusted to your love, not your control. You no longer see family life as an obstacle, but as a mirror. Because family will show you where your attachments are, where your expectations are, where your patience ends, where your pride begins. And if you can bring mindfulness into those moments, not just on the cushion, but in the chaos, you are walking the true path. Master Huineng, the sixth patriarch, once said, "The mind that moves through daily life with awareness is already in the Pure Land." That is our goal, to become monastics of the moment, to bring presence to every interaction, to make our family not something we endure but something we sanctify with love, patience and truth. Let's make it even more practical. Instead of running away from your family, run toward them with a new heart. Wake each morning and ask, how can I serve them without losing myself? Prepare a meal, not just for nourishment, but as an offering. Listen to your child, not just with ears, but with your full being. Forgive your parents, not because they were perfect, but because holding resentment burns your own heart. And when you feel overwhelmed, instead of escaping, breathe. Remember, the Buddha walked this path before you. He sat beneath the Bodhi tree not in rejection of the world, but to understand it. He returned to his home not to reclaim his title, but to offer his freedom. That is your task too, not to run away, but to rise within, to become a still point in the whirlwind, to embody peace in the storm, to be a lotus in the mud, not floating above, but rooted in it, rising through it, blooming because of it. And if you can do that, if you can bring presence to parenting, clarity to conflict, and wisdom to work, then you have become a true practitioner. Not because you live in seclusion, but because you have found silence within the noise. Because you have turned your family not into a distraction, but into your Dharma. Thank you for watching this video. If this teaching resonates with you, share your own journey. How do you balance spiritual growth with family responsibilities? What has your family taught you about compassion, patience, or ego? Your story may help others walk this sacred, shared path. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an episode that supports your growth right where you are, with the life you have, in the heart of your ordinary, extraordinary world.